Loyalty. It's week 43, it's the 2nd of October, and my, is it not scary that another month has gone by? How fast is this year traveling? It really is just blowing me away. It's been an amazing week. Really, I set myself the challenge in my 7-week, the 7-week, my 49-day challenge. And basically one of the things was to do 4 W Sales workshops. Well, this week I did another 2. I did the one in Durban and the one in Cape Town. I'm very excited to say we've had a lot of people go through the workshops. Do you know that I have a 100% record of people signing off and saying they will double their sales in the next 12 months. So you know that's pretty convincing. I'm also pretty chuffed to say that the feedback across every single person, I actually have a 9.82 out of 10. So you know, at the end of the day, people are investing their time, they're investing their money, but I believe that I'm offering tremendous value, you know, taking the best of the best thought leaders worldwide, putting it into a system that they can follow, where they've got 12 skills that they learn, they implement it over an integrated program over 12 weeks, and they double their sales within 12 months. And really, it's quite fascinating. But the thing that I love most is watching that belief, you know, come on, the lights come on, and people realize that it is possible once they got a system, once they got a plan. You know, it's very much like a GPS. I always talk about it. You've got to know where you are, you've got to know where you want to get to, and then you've got to have a plan as to how to get there. And I systematically and scientifically prove to them what is possible, and it's by taking the best internationally and literally implementing it, so that whether you're a one-man band or a multinational company, if you implement the principles, the results will take place, which is absolutely fascinating. Then with regards to the rugby, well, you can see I'm wearing my Springbok top. The other big story this week, you know, wow, that Samoa game, yo, I can't say too much, but you know, it's just such, I can't get over, you know, Steyn getting injured. It really is, you know, a major thing for us as South Africa, and it really knocked me off my stoop, I'm not going to lie. And you know, can you believe it? It's less than a week now until I actually fly over to Australia, and then on the way to New Zealand. So we've got Australia in the quarterfinals actually, and I really do hope that the Springboks play really well against Australia and get through, because I don't want to go and watch 4 other teams play in New Zealand. But sure, boy, am I excited! I can't wait to have that experience and to go over there. Another story was, on Monday I met one of the Dream 100 clients. I'm not going to mention his name, but it's one of the biggest and best developers. I think the best developer in the Johannesburg area, certainly one of the top 2. And I've been working on them for over a year and a half, since June last year. They're part of my Dream 100. It's everything that I teach in the W Sales. I've been focusing on them, I've been delivering value, I've been following up with them. Their team came on the W Sales workshop. They absolutely loved it. His exact words were, it was unbelievable, which is awesome. The sales manager said it was absolutely brilliant, which is fantastic. And he asked me to come in to give their team more training, to give them more motivation, to turn their marketing on ahead, and to come with them and be their support with regards to their marketing going forward. So it's a classic example of persistence paying off, following up, continuing to add value, blowing people away with regards to expectations, turning them into raving fans, and then ultimately persisting and getting the results. Because you know, if someone's your client, if they're under your care, guidance and protection, and you know that you've got something of real value to add to them, then you've got to persist, and you've got to make sure that they get the message so that you can deliver and add that value. The next one was the affiliates. I went to go and see the private property team. They've been so impressed by the feedback that people have had, and the people that have been on the course. They really want to get behind it. And I chatted about how we could add huge value to their clientele. And with it, we're brainstorming to do something massive in November, which is going to be absolutely awesome, where literally all 3 parties win. And you know, I believe the future of the world is if you can have win-win relationships. That'll add massive value to their clients. Their clients will get massive value by learning new skills from the best people internationally, and I'll obviously get massive value by getting exposure to a far wider group of base and being able to influence, help, and achieve more results with more people, which is absolutely awesome. Then with regards to the systems, it's been amazing how these W Sales, you know, in the past I was all about sales, and I didn't really care about systems, and it was always chaos. It's been amazing with these workshops. We've set the systems up, we understand how it's working, we're constantly improving the process, but it's so refreshing to just arrive and everything works, all the systems are being set up. All I've got to focus on is arriving on the day full of energy to provide maximum impact, because the systems are in place. Everyone knows what to do, what has to be printed, what I need from the venue, etc., etc. It's just such an empowering thing. It's a small thing, but you just think to yourself, you know, if you could systemize everything, how awesome would the business be, or any business for that matter, so that you can build it and really, you know, it's just about being McDonald's basically. You don't want to be a guy trying to run a hamburger joint. You want to run McDonald's with systems that just run automatically. Doesn't matter who's running those systems, which is pretty awesome. I also watched a video from Gary Vaynerchuk. I'd highly recommend you go and check him out. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk, Wine Library TV. He talks about passion and living your passion. He talks about social media and where it's all going in the internet. And he said something very interesting. He said, you know, with regards to the internet and social media, it's not about where it is today. He's not interested in that. He's interested in where it's going to be in 7 years. And if you're not interested in 7 years, you're going to be dead. So very fascinating. Go and check him out on YouTube. Fascinating character. Highly recommend checking him out, following up, etc., etc. I also had a meeting with a virtual assistant. I've already got a relationship with one of my colleagues where she's helping me with regards to the emails and meetings and everything else. But I wanted a true virtual assistant so that I can get a lot of my other stuff done. I had a meeting with them. They've got a network called Admin Aunties around the country. It's absolutely pretty awesome, where I've got access to all the virtual assistants. So really building a virtual network to get stuff done. You know, I've always had plenty of ideas, but I haven't had the right people to be able to implement those ideas. I'm now creating a virtual environment both in South Africa and internationally. As you already know, my Indian programmers are sitting in India, but we're building an awesome team with regards to this whole virtual environment, making our lives, it's under the 4-hour work week, making our lives a lot easier, getting a lot more done with the right type of people, but not all on my payroll, basically. Then with regards to the testimonials, basically what I did with the testimonials, we ran a competition for W Sales, and with regards to those testimonials, I then offered a free coaching package. Masetsi won it, and he gave us such a fantastic testimonial, so much time and effort. So him and I started working on building his core story, and it's so nice to take someone and to take them through the process, see the lights come on, and see how much value we can really add with regards to their core story and what is happening. And then also one of my goals of my 49-day period was to get someone who I could mentor. And what I've actually done with SABEF, the South African Black Entrepreneurship Forum, is that I've found someone that I would like to mentor, to give back, and really to try and add as much value to their life. So on Thursday we had our first coaching session with them. They actually want to get into property and into sales and marketing. So it's really quite an exciting period, and it was just sort of reflecting on how I got to where I have, what I've learned, what I've read, what courses I've been on, and trying to guide them in the right direction. So yeah, it's been a really, really interesting week. Phenomenal week actually, and you know, as I said, finishing off with some pretty exciting rugby. Unfortunately, some pretty hectic injuries, including Dan Carter being out. But you know, with another amazing day here in Cape Town, we've had an awesome weekend. We did our W Sales workshop down here in Cape Town. We've got our last one left in Bloem, and then we've done the full series, so I would have achieved the goals for the 49-day period. It's been a very exciting period. It's been a tiring period, but now we go into the W Sales Mastery, which is really exciting. So you know, my question is, what can you do for yourself? Who could you get? What type of virtual people? Which Dream 100 could you go after? What persistence could you do? All the things that I am doing that are getting me the results. What could you do? Because all I want to do is help you get the results, inspire you, give you systems, give you ways to do it so that you too can live the life that you want. Cheers.